Hi there, Michelle here, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is another Monday vlog where I go over everything I did last week, what I'm doing this week, and future projects. If you're new to my channel and you like crocheting and knitting and yarn and thrifting and the 80s and this vibe, then why not hit the subscribe button? If you subscribe to my channel, then you will be up to date with all of my latest videos and projects. Let's start off with last week. Last week, I really didn't do anything or go anywhere that wasn't related to the crochet project that I was doing. I did end up going to a beach though with my friend Lili, who does have her own YouTube channel if you want to check her out. I will put her channel's link in the description. But we ended up going to a little beach just to take some photos of my project because it was a beach bag, and that is about it that I did last week that wasn't me sitting inside crocheting. This is the beach bag that I did. There's a haunted sandcastle on the front, and then on the back we have the Bath & Body Works gingham pattern, which I didn't realize until I was filming, and then I'm like, that looks kind of familiar. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I know what that's from now. Last week was my Summerween project. Either I take something that is very summer and make it Halloween, or something Halloween and make it summer. This one here, I took a sandcastle and made it a haunted sandcastle, and then I put the sun behind it. You know, like if you see like a castle in like a horror movie and there's the big moon behind it. The same concept, except it's the sun because it's on the beach. This bag did turn out a little bit bigger than I would have expected it to be, and that's on me. I knew it was going to be a big bag, okay? I wasn't going in thinking, oh, I'm going to make a little tiny bag. Okay, it wasn't this situation. I will always bring this up because I love it so much. This one here, I didn't expect to be so big. I expected that one to be like this. This one, I knew it was going to be a big bag. I just didn't realize how out of control it got. Mainly because I did use very thick yarn, and what's so funny is this yarn. It was the Craft Smart yarn. If anyone has ever used Craft Smart yarn, I don't think they don't sell it anymore. What's so funny is back in the day when I bought the Craft Smart yarn, because I bought it for a lot of projects, I thought that was thin yarn to me. And nowadays I use a lot of DK weight yarn, and this is like considered chunky, which is crazy for me to say because I remember back in the day, and I know I've mentioned this before, but I would actually use chunky yarn to get projects done fast. But back then all I was doing was making scarves and hats. And I just remember thinking, oh my goodness, this is taking forever to do. And then nowadays when I look at that project, I'm like, I could do that in an hour. So if you are a beginner crocheter, don't worry. If you think that your projects are taking really long now, once you get used to it and once you find your momentum, projects will be quicker to do, okay? So, you know, if you think you're slow right now, don't worry, it will get better. This project took me 17 hours to do, which is not bad for a project, but usually for like a tote bag, it takes me like the last year's tote bag that I did, the skeleton one. This one here only took me 9 hours. So this took me almost double the time to make. But I will say, the one I did last year, I did not crochet any panels to go around it, and I did not crochet the handles. This year, I actually crocheted these panels that went all the way around. It's basically one long panel, and I crocheted the straps. I kind of wish I made the straps a little bit lower. I think they should have gone down here, but at the time when I had made them, because this is 100 single crochets long, they weren't so stretched out. So when I put them on the bag, I'm like, oh, the handles aren't really long. Okay, like I won't sew them on too low. And then, you know, as yarn does, it stretches. Definitely could have put them longer. And maybe one day I'll make that adjustment. We have the front and we have the back of the bag. I really like the gingham part. I love a good gingham. Okay, I don't do it enough. And on the inside, you can kind of see like where I did my color changes and stuff. Like, if you think gingham is hard, it's really not. It's very easy. You just have to pick 3 colors that kind of go together. You need a light color, a medium color, and a dark color. And you kind of have to make sure they have somewhat contrast to each other. And then you just switch it up every other row. Every other row is the same. Very easy. I absolutely love gingham. I should do more gingham. I know I'm wearing a mic, so just give me a second. I'm probably going to have it over the mic and it's going to be annoying. I thought the bag would have been like maybe this, like maybe from here. Like I thought the bag was like, Kate, look at my arms, like that. Beach bags are supposed to be big, so I get it. Someone in the comments said this could be like an overnight bag. Here's the thing, I don't go to the beach a lot. So until one day I do go to the beach and I'll bring it, I think I might use it to store my other crochet bags that are not in season. Like my winter bags. Have I ever made a winter bag, to be honest? Probably not. But maybe the bags that I'm currently not using, I will store in here. So then that way, if I ever need to find it, I'll just look for the biggest bag in the room and I'll know where my crochet bags are. This was Saturday's video. And that was basically all that happened last week. was just kind of working on that. Let's get into what I'm going to be working on this week. Now, this week was really a toss-up. I had a whole plan of what I was going to start and what I was going to do. And then I got a new yarn in the mail that I think I'm going to do instead. I know. That's the thing, is like I feel like every other YouTuber out there has like a whole plan and a whole agenda, and they know what they're going to do from week to week. They probably have maybe their whole year planned out of what they want to do. And then there's me. I'm a squirrel, okay? I get distracted by things very easily, all right? I had this whole thing of what I wanted to do. I wanted to start my knitted sweater this week, and I wanted to work on some camper projects. And then I got a shiny new yarn. Well, it's not shiny, but you know, it's a new yarn. But I think y'all will be very happy with the yarn I got. Going to be testing out the new Yarnspirations Granny Square yarn. Yes, I got it. Don't worry, y'all. A lot of y'all have been tagging me and commenting, have I seen the new yarn? I have. It is currently in my hands, and I'm very, very excited to try it, okay? What was it? My last video that I did with a Granny Square yarn was the car projects that I use the all-in-one Granny Square yarn with, and I'm like, you know what? If they ever come out with a new one, I'm gonna buy it. And then literally, not even a week later, they came out with a new one, and I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta buy that. It is the Yarnspirations Caron all-in-one Granny Cotton. And the color that I got is called Wicker Whims. That's a fun name. I always judge a yarn if it has a cool name. 51% acrylic and 49% cotton. So the fact that they call it a cotton granny and it's not even a majority of the fiber, it's questionable. It is very soft though, so I understand, because you know how sometimes cotton can be like really dense, and I really don't like dense cotton. I guess that's kind of good that it's not too dense. It is a light 3-weight yarn, and it requires a 4mm crochet hook. The last project I did, the beach tote bag, I was using a 5.5mm crochet hook with like thicker yarn than I'm used to, and now I'm just going in the opposite direction, so this should be very interesting. This is not the traditional granny square, it is actually a flower granny square. It will make this really cute little flower. It's so neat because I have done the regular granny square, I have done the quilt motif granny square, don't get me started on that one, not my favorite. I have done the heart granny square, and I've done the flower granny square. So it is nice that they are branching out and doing another type of granny square. It's also nice seeing it from a different brand. Most of them have been from Red Heart. There has been one from Bernat, which the Bernat blanket, I highly suggest. That one was such a fun project, and I still use that blanket. It's so heavy that it almost feels like a weighted blanket. And then this one here is by Caron. It's going to be kind of neat to see how this plays out. I really do like the colors. All right, so that's what the colors look like. I hope it looks okay. I hope it looks good, because Yarnspirations, I don't think takes the best photos of their products. I'm just gonna put it out there, okay? Because it seems like every single time I do a granny square review, I'm always talking about how the color of the square on the packaging, the color of the square online, does not match what the yarn actually looks like. And this is no different. That's the color of the square that they're showing you. Those colors in that square look anything like the colors in this cake? No, they do not. The brown and the yellow almost look like the exact same color. Luckily, the middle color, so there's 3 rows, the middle color is white. If the yellow and this like beigey color were side by side, it wouldn't pick up at all. And that just gets me right back into the heart motif squares. Remember the heart squares that I did? How that pink and that orange were just way too close together, and they look kind of the same. Okay, that's what's kind of happening to this. Luckily, yellow and the beige color are separated. I haven't seen it in a store. I've had to buy it online. I'll put the link in the description. But if, you know, this was in the store, obviously I'm gonna look at the yarn and not the little square on the label, okay? Like, I can see that these are the colors. But when they're trying to sell this online and advertise it online, and they're showing this darker square, people might not be looking at what these colors are in the actual cake. And they might buy the color because of the square. Once it arrives, they're gonna be like, this is not what I ordered. So that kind of makes me a little upset that the square on here is not the same as this. Now I'm gonna show you the other colors that you can buy of this Caron yarn, and again, the picture of the square versus what the cake looks like are 2 different. You can get Blossom Bliss, Coral Cove, Silver Smoke, Orchid Oasis, Sangria Splash, Lemon Lime, Wicker Whims, which is the one that I got. Then they actually have some that are just plain. So you can get Cream, rose, and sky. Hopefully you can kind of see the difference between the square that they show versus the cake and how they're very different in colors. I was kind of thinking about maybe getting one of the purple ones. That would have been really cute. Or maybe like the white one with the pink and the green. Or is it purple and green? I don't know. It's a weird shade. But then, of course, me being me just automatically goes to the beiges and the yellows and the browns. That's just the way that I am. Also, this one here, I believe, makes 39 squares. Does it say somewhere? Usually they say on here how many squares it makes. I think I read online that it makes 39 squares. Once again, inside there is the directions, how much I will follow that. I don't know, because you know how I am. Sometimes they don't really work the way that I want them to, and then I just make it up as I go. It's not saying it on here. Normally they say how much it makes, and it's not telling me. So let me go read the description. 39 granny squares. I don't know why they wouldn't have just put maybe a little bit more yarn in here and just made 40 granny squares. With this yarn, I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna make yet. My original idea was to make a tote bag, and then somebody suggested that I should make a vest with it, and a vest would be so cool. But I think I might need more than 39 squares for that, and I'm not gonna like buy another one because it wouldn't come in time, because it's the project that I wanna work on this week, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do. I think it just all depends on how fast I make these and how big the squares are. Because I could always get, well, obviously I would get a join as you go color. I could also get another color that would match this and make like some plain granny squares and kind of just like do like a checkerboard effect with it, like half these, half another one. I'm just gonna have to see if I can find some yarn at my local yarn store that would match this. So that's kind of the idea of this yarn, is I would like to make a vest. But if not, probably going to be a tote bag or maybe a pillow. I don't know. It just all depends on how the squares look. If the squares don't really turn out the way that I like them, then maybe just a pillow that I can just have in the background. You know, or maybe they're so beautiful, I'm like, yes, I need to make a vest. I need to order more yarn. We're just going to have to see how the squares go. Now with this yarn, I did order another yarn. I ordered the Caron All Day Cotton. Last year, I did a whole video on just cotton yarn. What's my favorite cotton yarn? What's my least favorite cotton yarn? Stuff like that. This yarn here was suggested for me the most to try, and I just could never find it in any of my local stores. And so when I was ordering this, I'm like, I should see if this is available. And I got it in the color Coffee Bean. It's like this darker brown, but it's also not super dark. I guess Coffee Bean is probably the best way to describe it. I would also call this like mocha. The original idea with this yarn was I was going to use this as the join as you go for this. But if I'm gonna make a vest, I don't think this is gonna be enough. It's also a little too thick. I thought it was gonna be thinner. This is actually a 4 medium weight yarn, and I should be using a 5mm crochet hook. Now I know I probably could make it work, but the yarn thickness is just a little too different. And the texture is also very different. The texture of this feels like a cotton because it is 100% mercerized cotton. Softer than like, let's say sugar and cream. It almost feels like Lion's brand 24/7 cotton. That's the only way that I can describe it. But I do feel like Lion's brand 24/7 cotton is a little bit more shinier, if that makes sense. This is a little bit more dull. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna make with this now. I don't know. I really wanted to try it, and they also had a sale on yarn. I think it was like 20 or 30% off your order. So I'm like, okay, it's fine if it doesn't work out. Everybody keeps suggesting that I try this, so I might as well just buy it. If it doesn't work for the project, I'll use it for something else. Maybe I could make like a cute little mesh shopping bag with this or something. And I know I should not be adding more to my yarn stash. I keep saying this, but I'm really trying to go through my yarn stash this year and use as much yarn that I already have without buying anything new. I was already making an order on Yarnspiration, so I thought, you know what, let's just try this and see what it's all about. Now on to future projects. The other project that I was really considering working on this week was the camper projects, but because I got this yarn, I'm going to be focusing on this. I want to save the camper projects for when I start my knitting project, because the knitting project is going to take a little bit of time. I'm not going to get that done in a week, might not get it done in 2 weeks, okay? It might take 3-4 weeks to get done. And in that time, I don't want to leave y'all without Saturday videos. So while I'm going to be working on the knitted sweater, it's the loon sweater, this sweater, it's going to happen. I really want to start it soon. If it wasn't for this granny square project, I'd be starting that this week. I digress. While I am working on that knitted sweater, that will take a little bit more time, I want to put out some videos that like I can do in like 2 days, 3 days kind of thing. You know, that like I could spend time in here organizing, cleaning, getting stuff done in this camper, and then at nighttime go to my crochet projects. You know what I mean? So spend the day in here, and then in the evening crochet or knit. I guess I'd be knitting, right? Yeah, because it's in the sweater. I did actually go online and I ordered this fishing line. Everybody kept telling me to use fishing line to hang up the beaded curtains. So that's what I'm gonna go with. A lot of people did say like there's like a certain wire for it, but I want it to flow. I don't want it to be stiff. So I ended up going with this heavy duty fishing line. Listen, if it stretches over time, it can't be any worse than what I'm already dealing with. The yarn has stretched so much, and one of the beads actually fell off one of the strands and the whole strand came down. So I'm missing a strand right now. I did buy the fishing line for that. It's gonna get done. I am very excited to start working on that beaded curtain, but I kind of have to clean up here because I need to work on it in here. I'm not taking all those beads in the house because I also have to figure out a new layout, and I have to take apart another beaded seat. Last year I really wanted to do 2 beaded seats worth of beads because the beads come from wooden car seat covers, but I couldn't find the second one. Well, I found it, and hopefully I haven't lost it since I found it, but I need to take that apart, which does take some time. And then I'm gonna take all the beads off of the curtain that I already have. Then I'm going to lay them all out, count them all up, probably go back on my Procreate app because that's what I did last year, and figure out a new pattern. I kind of like the pattern I already have, but the problem with the pattern is that it didn't really look like how I wanted it to go because it wasn't full. So what I'm really hoping is that the second beaded seat really fills out that curtain, and then it looks more like a curtain. I also did move it since last year, and you probably all see where it is now when I do like when I stand up and like show y'all my crochet projects. It used to be in the bathroom door because I took the door off because the bathroom again is not a working bathroom. It is my yarn storage. No running water, nothing in here. And it used to be there, but it was so annoying trying to take out the bins every single time. It was just, the beads would always hit everything, and I think that's what kind of stretched out the beads. And then I would always have to move the beads aside, and then it would be a pain to keep adjusting them. So I ended up moving it where it is now, and I'm looking at it right now, and I really like where it is now. It fits perfectly there. I just need to redo them. Okay, so that's something that I'm probably going to start next week. And I think there was one more thing. Oh yeah, and then I want to change up the back of this just a little bit. So I think that will be all in one video. So that will probably be next week, and I'll probably end up starting that loon sweater next week too. So I'm very excited about that, unless Yarn Inspiration comes out with yet another Granny Square yarn. But I think it's too soon for that. For TV shows and movies and stuff like that, haven't really watched anything new. I did watch the Masters of the Universe movie, which I give like a 5 out of 10. If y'all don't know, I went to film school, and the thing that I love most in film school was writing scripts. I love writing scripts, okay? If that could be my job, maybe I would do that instead. When I watch a movie like that, I'm like rewriting the script in my head. It was entertaining enough to like be on the screen while I crochet. Also, when I was watching it, all I could think about was the movie Ted that came out like over 10 years ago. That's all I could think about when I was watching this movie. Also, the meme of He-Man, that's all I thought about. Not related to TV, but gaming, okay? I have a Switch, just the Switch one. Would I like the Switch 2? Absolutely. If any of y'all don't know, I do love video games, but I like the cozy video games or racing games like Mario Kart. I take that seriously. Always wanted to do like not Twitch. I don't want to do Twitch, but I would love to do like maybe a part of this video or something, like me playing video games and kind of showing you the games that I play kind of thing, especially like if I did like a tour of my Animal Crossing island, which I named it Gravity Falls because it was a Gravity Falls island when I first started it, but then I got too far in and I collected too many things and I ended up making it a Stranger Things, so I really wish I did name it Hawkins, but it's like I'm too far in now to switch that up, okay? If you do play Animal Crossing's New Horizon and you want to visit my Stranger Things themed island, here is my dream address, so you can visit anytime. But there's like a thing that I have to like get to like hook up the console to a TV to like record, and I don't know how to do that, but I would love to do that. The video games that I really like playing are Animal Crossings, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and Cozy Grove. And recently Cozy Grove came out with a second game. Back in the day, I was obsessed with Cozy Grove, absolutely love it. Then I kind of like beat everything. Then I accidentally kind of broke it in a sense because I was time traveling, only because I wanted to collect all like the flowers and the shells that you could only get during like certain seasons, and then it kind of glitched and then I stopped playing it. But they came out with a second one and I got really obsessed with that this week. I think that's kind of the reason why I didn't get a Switch 2 yet, because I know myself and I will be obsessed with it and I won't be crocheting. So I ended up getting Cozy Grove 2. It's kind of like Animal Crossing in a sense, except you have tasks that are like more important than just getting Nook Miles, if that makes sense. And basically you're on an island as a camper whose bus broke down by a bunch of like spirit bears, like a bunch of ghost bears. They're slowly remembering who they are, and you're on like this creepy island with all these like little creepy crawlies all over the place, and you have to like collect flowers, and then you get like little pets that you have to make sure that they're happy. You have to buy things and you get money, and you have like a little cabin that you can decorate. You also can get cats for your cabin. It is such a cute game. And what I really like about it is you can only do so much a day. And then when you're done, like there's no more tasks for you to do. So unless you want to like wander around and like try to collect things or make things, you're kind of done for the day. And I really like that. Whereas on Animal Crossings, it's like it never stops. You just keep doing things. You know, I like having like a finish point for the day and then like, okay, I'm done playing with this. I can put it away. I can do something else. At the moment with Cozy Grove, because I'm right at the beginning, there's so many tasks and so many things for me to do that I'll be like, oh, I'll just play for 30 minutes. And then an hour goes by and I'm like, oh, I didn't think I was going to be playing this long. And yet here I am. It does eat at my time, which is, you know, not annoying, but I know I should be working and crocheting and filming and stuff, but I love Cozy Grove so much, and let me tell you, as soon as I'm done filming this, I'm going in the house to play it. This is not an ad, by the way. Like, they're not paying me to say how much I love Cozy Grove, because I just love that game. And like, here's the thing, if I were to get a Switch 2, I probably would get, what is it? Poketopia, and then I would never crochet again because I would just be consumed with that game. Yeah, that is the current game that I am obsessed with. Now, I'm going to do a little show and tell for y'all because I just got this in the mail and I have been looking forward to this specific item for years, but it hadn't been made because the final season didn't come out until December. And if y'all are wondering what I'm talking about, I bought the deluxe Stranger Things Blu-ray set of all 5 seasons. And I'm pretty sure that I have mentioned this in the past, that as soon as they came out with the whole set, I was gonna buy it. I do have season 1 and season 2 on DVD and Blu-ray, and they came in like these really cool VHS looking boxes, and I believe they were a Target exclusive way back in the day, but of course Target was already gone from Canada at the time, and I got them actually last year because I realized that, hey, Stranger Things is ending. I need to buy these things before people jack up the price, right? Because it will be something that everybody wants. So I ended up getting season 1 and season 2. I never saw a DVD set for season 3 or season 4. In my head, I'm just like, okay, we're gonna wait for the final season to come out and then we're gonna buy it. So we're gonna do a little unboxing. I did unbox it, but I didn't really look through everything. So we're gonna do an unboxing and I'm gonna show you what I got in the deluxe set. Now, I did pay for this. Would it be nice if Stranger Things said, hey, she's one of our #1 fans, let's just send this to her? That doesn't happen, okay? I bought this. It was almost $300 Canadian. I bought this thinking it was $200, and then when I looked at my like credit card statement, I was like, it was like $280, and I'm like, what? I'm like, oh right, that was American. If you think about it, all the DVDs would probably be about $200. Plus, I got a bunch of bonus stuff in here. So it's not just the DVDs, it comes in a nice box. It is actually a really nice box. I love a good box. Again, I'm a millennial. I keep nice boxes. I still have every single Apple box from all my products. Even my very first laptop, still have that somewhere. But it also comes with some other special features, so I thought that would be a really fun show and tell. Also, the art on the DVD cases, okay, they're Blu-ray, is amazing. So I would have loved to get a DVD version of these because it's so much easier to find a DVD player, but unfortunately, because it's modern day, I only could get Blu-ray or 4K. But because the PlayStation 3 that I have, which I bought like so long ago, it does have Blu-ray, I went with the Blu-ray version. Let's look at the box. So the very top is this. And then we have here, this side of the box. We have this side of the box. Got that side of the box. Nothing on the bottom. Okay, so let's open it up. So it opens up like this. all the DVDs. Let's go over the DVDs first. Season 1 is Joyce's living room. And what's so cool, because the top of it has like this weird material. Anybody remembers, I'm pretty sure the Kellogg's brand had like Batman Forever had this, and we had them for so long. What's neat, and I don't know if you can see this. R, U, and N light up. Isn't that neat? I was literally going like this and just staring at it, but it's so cool. I love how it does it. And then on the back, it gives you all the names of the episodes. In season 2, we have Hopper on the farm of the pumpkin farm, and he's looking for something. And then as you can see down here are the tunnels. And so like this actually like opens up like this. So I thought that was pretty neat. Season 3 doesn't do anything. I don't think so, no. And then this is season 3. It's Billy at the mall. And then we have Max down here. Doesn't really do anything. It's just a simple cover. Season 4 though, this is a good cover. It's Max at the cemetery. And then it's clear, so it moves up and down. Isn't that neat? And then season 5 is just Vecna and Will. Nothing too special about that one either. While editing this part of the video, I'm like, is there something different? And there kind of is. Season 3, we have Billy at the mall, and this is the cover, but then the actual DVD plastic part has the creature attacking him, kind of fending him off, and then that. And then season 5, this is the paper cover, and then the cover that's on the actual DVD is just Will's face. So I just wanted to show you what I discovered. Also got bonus things. So this is the reason why I spent the money, okay? I got this book here, which says Stranger Things Player Manual. It has a bunch of really cool facts and photos from the show and how they made things and like little script parts, which is really neat. So I definitely have to give this a read. I know there is a bigger book of this, which details the whole show and all the behind the scenes. And then we have some posters, and each poster is from a season. So we have 5 posters. Oh my goodness! I didn't even open all these, okay? So we have the first season poster, and then on the back, Joyce's living room with the lights. You know how much I am obsessed with Joyce's living room, okay? Again, I made a pillow of the wall. I would like to get these, like, I can't say professionally framed. I would love to buy some frames for these. And then we have season 2's poster. Oh, cool, 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 cool. So season 2, now these are like the posters that you would see when Netflix was advertising them. And then on the back, we have Hopper in the pumpkin field, which is the same logo from the DVD. So I'm kind of thinking maybe the back parts are the DVD covers. They definitely are. We have season 3, the summer season, and then on the back, we have Billy at the mall. Season 4, I'm sorry if y'all are not into Stranger Things, but this is like Christmas to me right now. We have the season 4 poster, and then very cool, on the back, we have Max. Now this is like very important. This whole scene with Kate Bush's running up that hill and Max trying to escape Vecna's mine layer. Very good scene, okay? And then we have season 5, which I need to rewatch. I've only watched it like one and a little bit times. So we have the season 5 poster, and then on the back, we have Vecna and Will. And then probably my favorite that I will be getting framed for sure, a map of Hawkins. This would have been very handy a month ago when I was crocheting a blanket of it. So we have Hawkins, and then guess what's on the back? The upside down version of Hawkins. Now I feel like I have to crochet the upside down version. Just not anytime soon, because remember, it took me 80 hours. We have the upside down, and then we have regular Hawkins. I would love to put like this side in a frame. I think that would look so cool, and that is something that I definitely want to get done. So those are all of the posters. I'm not done yet, there's more, and there's like this little box set. I don't remember, oh yes. A little Scoops Ahoy loyalty card. It has that, which is so cool. We get some stickers. We also get the poster of Will Missing, a Stranger Things character sheet for like Dungeons and Dragons, a Camp Nowhere postcard. It's an actual postcard. And then we have a bunch, I'm not going to go through all these because there's so many, but we got a bunch of like scene cards, and it will say Stranger Things on the back, but this is like for season 1. Oh, we got Joyce and the Lights. We got this one. I love that one. When Dustin and Steve start becoming best friends, it will say Stranger Things 2 on it. So there's a bunch of these cards from all 5 seasons. Like, I absolutely love this kind of stuff. I also got a Palace Arcade token, and it is really heavy. Like, it feels like a real token. It doesn't feel like some like cheap plastic thing. It feels like it's metal, and it does have some weight to it, which is so cool. And then, which I'm going to be so excited to use when it comes to my 24 days of granny squares, that's when I roll a D20 dice and it picks out the colors, because it came with a D20 dice. And it has the Stranger Things colors. It's like the blues and the reds. And for the number 20, it has the Hellfire logo on it. Oh, and they also gave me a Club Hellfire patch. I think that is everything. Yes, it was a little bit of money, but you know, I haven't been buying yarn lately because I've been using my yarn stash. Yeah, there goes me saving money when I just spend it all on Stranger Things things. If one day Netflix decides, you know what, we don't want to have Stranger Things anymore on our platform. Or maybe one day I'm just like, I don't want to pay for Netflix anymore. I probably still will, okay? Like, I don't see myself not having Netflix. If one of those things were to happen, I now have all of the Blu-rays, which means I can watch them. I also probably can watch them in here now on my big TV, but I have to like get a Blu-ray machine in here, and the only Blu-ray machine I have right now is my PlayStation 3. I think my dad actually does have an old Blu-ray in the basement that I'll have to find, because then that way I can put a Blu-ray machine in here and watch Blu-ray videos. This is my little splurge of the year, but definitely worth it, and I would be so bummed out if I didn't buy this and I would never be able to get my hands on it. Very much like the Stranger Things Lego set, which I did have to buy a knockoff version, the first version. I still haven't made the second one. I did buy a Lego of the Creole house, and I haven't made anything about it. So maybe I'll add that into the vlogs. Maybe that'll be part of the vlogs when I'm ready for it, because I think I have to build it in here because I don't want the cats to eat the Lego pieces. That's just a little show and tell of my newest Stranger Things thing that's going to go into my Stranger Things collection. I think that sums up this vlog. In the comments below, please let me know what projects that you are working on this week. I always love reading what y'all are working on. I think that does it for this video, so y'all have a good day now.